Hi, it's me at my channel at The Process and Me. This this is going to be kind of a sad post if you're a Facebook friend of mine, or even if you're not, because everything I post on Facebook is public. So if you've happened across my Facebook, you'll know that my cousin Jason passed away on the 10th of July. My cousin Keith let me know by messenger this past Saturday, but I'm trying to stay off Facebook and Messenger, so I didn't realize, I didn't get the message until very early Sunday morning. And now this is my Monday because my hours are like shift work hours. I'm up during the night and I sleep in the morning. So this is like midday for me, when in fact it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday, but for me it's still Monday. So I learned about my cousin passing yesterday, but I couldn't say anything because nobody from my cousin's family had posted anything publicly, so I just carried on with my normal routine, posting one video a day for 14 days. This is now number 8 of 14. And to honor Vidal Sassoon, who I posted about my story with him yesterday, I was going to film myself cutting my hair for the first time. But it didn't feel right. And I usually have to be moved by something in order to start cutting. Otherwise, I can just get impatient and make mistakes. So I have to be in a certain frame of mind and be motivated by something. And this was not the time. And then I was going to tell my Mariah Carey story, but that didn't feel right either. So I thought I would honor my cousin Jason by talking about the trip that I took to Grande Prairie with my boyfriend at the time. He drove us there and back. He drove like a freaking maniac. He's a medical doctor, and he was like literally driving like a freaking maniac. I know another doctor who likes to do that too, but I won't mention their name. I won't mention either of their names, actually. Yeah, so we drove to Grande Prairie, where all my cousins, most of my cousins live. Jason comes from a family of 13, and then one other made themselves known a number of years ago, but we won't talk about that. Anyways, Jason welcomed me and my boyfriend with open, generous arms and just so much love and generosity, just love and kindness and joy. He was a joyful person and so busy. I shared the obituary that his brother Aaron, my youngest cousin of that family, posted to Facebook today. Sorry, I keep staring at my face, like I'm talking to myself when I should be looking up at the camera. So, pardonnez-moi. I just find it so hard to be human so much of the time. Like, even as a kid, I thought about death quite extensively, and I just thought it's so sad. Like, it's just so sad to be a human being and to live and to experience the lives of others ending. I just, and I still feel that way. It's like, it's so, so sad. And like, it's so out of our control. So I'm struggling. I'm struggling with like filming myself talking about this and trying to tell a good, happy story. The reason I wanted to go to Grande Prairie was because Dwight Yoakam was playing in Grande Prairie. And I didn't know that he even came to Canada, but he came. And I don't know if he still comes up here. He came to Victoria later. Like, it must have been Grande Prairie in 2008. And I'm not sure when he came to Victoria, but I went to see him when he came here as well. So when he came to Grande Prairie, I made sure to bring my honors thesis, a physical copy of my honors thesis, because in that honors thesis, I tell the story of meeting the writer, actor, director, producer that I keep talking about that I haven't told the story of yet. And so Dwight Yoakam is a part of that story, a small but very significant part of that story. And so I wrote a big note inside my honors thesis to let Dwight Yoakam know his part in the story. And then I asked him to give it to this other person that I'm still not going to name. This is a big hint, so you might be able to guess. I like surprises or like suspense. So that's why I'm kind of dragging this out, because it feels fun to me. Sorry, I just ate like 2 huge chocolate bars, those big butt bars. Peanut butter cups with M&Ms inside them. It's part of my coping mechanism, one of my addictions, sugar. It's a big addiction. Anyways, I'm sliding off track. I'm sliding all over the road here. I just wanted to dedicate this to Jason because he welcomed me and my boyfriend so warmly and generously. He let us sleep in his home for the night that we were there. And he told his sister, another cousin of mine, Kimmy, that we were coming. And I just forgot the hospitality of family, and especially Métis family. Like, they're the kids of one of my dad's 5 sisters. And so, of course, they kept plates ready for us. We didn't know. I didn't like clue in that was what they were going to do. So, and even if I had, my boyfriend might have wanted to go out anyways. He's extremely independent and not shy, but I don't know, kind of awkward, socially awkward. So we went out to the keg, and that's when I wrote the big long story inside my honors thesis for Dwight Yoakam. I don't know if he ever got the honors thesis. I asked a security guard at the grounds. It was an outdoor concert in Grande Prairie. I asked her if she would make sure that he got the honors thesis, and she couldn't assure me that he would, but she would try. So I don't know if he did. I just don't know. Guess I'd have to ask him. And so I was thinking about that last night, how I had an opportunity to visit Dwight Yoakam in his VIP, you know, he always does a VIP tent where you can go and get a picture taken with him. And for some reason, like I'm always short of money, have been all my life, might be all my whole entire life. So money was a factor, but I think I was also just shy or maybe thought it might be inappropriate or some dumb thing. I don't know what. So, yeah, we're at the concert and I've got a pretty fancy camera that my boyfriend bought for me. And so I can take these long shots. They're not great quality, but I was quite a distance away and I was snapping pictures and taking video footage of the concert. It was an amazing concert, as it always is. He's an amazing performer. I love his voice, I love his songs. But he was tired that night and he tried like at least a half a dozen times, if not more, to exit the stage. Like the last baboom, okay, here I go, and the band members are gonna follow me. But the drummer just kept going. And you could see Dwight Yoakam getting really, really pissed off. Which, if I were him, I think I might too. And I captured it all on video where he's like kind of yelling at his drummer, like, what the fuck? And so finally his drummer, does the last baboom and they exit the stage, all of them. So yeah, then after the concert, we went over to Jason and his wife Heather's house, and some more cousins came over and people, and it was just such a joyful, buoyant reunion. Very mini reunion, but a reunion nonetheless. And I hadn't seen these cousins for many years. Like probably, yeah, they didn't come to the reunion in Fort St. John when I had just graduated from massage therapy school. So this was like somewhere between 2008 and 2011. And I graduated in 1990. And it was before 1990 that I saw them, like probably years before. So, maybe we were still kids when I last saw them. And now all of a sudden we're adults and talking to one another like adults do. And so that was just really great. I got to tell them so many different things and just be received without judgment or condemnation or, just nothing but love. So that time is very special to me. And as I said, Kimmy and her guys, they had plates ready for us before we went to the concert, but we'd already eaten, so I felt really bad about that. I'm sorry, Kimmy. And we just laughed and joked and had a really nice time together before we went to the concert, my boyfriend and I. So, yeah. Another sister of my cousin Jason posted on Facebook, and Jason was extremely, like, Jesus centered, and so is this particular sister. And so she's like, it's been a good journey and I'll see you in heaven. And, just really light, not heavy. And I admire that. But I go towards the heavy. I am grateful that I know that I will see my cousin Jason on the other side. I know that. Richard Van Camp has a story about an Indigenous woman from his territories, Northwest Territories. And she tells the story of dying and how her relatives were all there waiting for her. So that's what I imagine. And sometimes I kind of can't wait for that time, which is very dark. But I have two beautiful daughters, and I wouldn't like to leave a legacy to them that might be harmful to them. And that's not to diss anyone who just has had it, can't do it anymore, and leaves children behind, because that happens. And it's sad that it happens. I hope that I never get that low, that I'll do whatever I can to not go down that route. And I think I mentioned, well, I know I mentioned in another video that I have tools at my disposal, one of them being deliverance. I can deliver myself from the clutches of the devil. Up and out, Satan, in the mighty name of Jesus. And it works. It works every single time. Just like reciting the Lord's Prayer and the 23rd Psalm works every single time. And I had to use those hardcore after I was fired by a family member when I wanted to just everybody. Yeah. So I'm approaching 20 minutes here. I thought this was going to be a really short video, but nope. And I'm not sad about that. I'm sad about losing my cousin Jason, and I'm happy to take whatever time I need in order to say what I need to say in order to honor him and my memory of him. I hope whoever looks at this video also looks at my cousin Jason's obituary and knows what a huge contribution he was to his community, because he was freaking amazing. Freaking amazing. Like the corn mazes that he would make. And I never got to taste the wine, but I'm sure his wife will keep that going. The juiced moose. I think it's the juiced moose. I was going to say the moosed juice. Maybe it is the moosed juice. I don't know. I'm kind of a little tiny bit dyslexic, mostly around numbers, but around words as well. Not so much that it ever interfered with my education or ability to read, but sometimes my ability to talk. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. And take good care. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.